Okay, in the last video I reviewed the Turbulence XL by Dam Designs, and that's this one right here. I also have the Turbulence XS, the extra small version of the Turbulence, and you can see a size comparison here. It's quite a bit smaller. It has thinner wings than the XL, and it also doesn't have room to have these holes in here. So what I'm really curious about is I have a feeling that this one's going to have a lot less air resistance than the Turbulence XL, so it might get a longer spin, but we are giving up a lot of weight, so that would mean probably a shorter spin. So I don't know which way it's going to go, and I'm kind of curious about that. So we're going to test this one out and see how it does in comparison to the XL. I did put the FZ Essential Super Bearing version 2 in this one as well, so it's a fair comparison with the XL. And we're going to test this one out and see if it gets longer spins than the XL did. It feels pretty good. It's not quite a micro spinner like some of the others. It's a little bit bigger than that, but not too much bigger. But it's one of these that you can flip back and forth like this without any trouble. And it feels different depending on which orientation it's in. So we're going to go ahead and test this one out and see what we get. Well, it looks like weight wins out over air resistance. The Turbulence XS, the little version of the Turbulence, did not spin as long as the Turbulence XL. It only got an average spin time of 3 minutes and 19 seconds, which isn't too bad for something this size. It again got a little bit longer spin times vertically than horizontally, as you'd expect. The spin time I rated as good. The appearance, I don't think it looks quite as good as the Turbulence XL, so I gave it an 8.5, and the feel, it's a totally different thing than the Turbulence XL, and not quite as good, I don't think. I gave it another 8.5 on that. Perceived quality, I gave it a 9.5 because I think it's the same quality. So I got an average subjective score of 8.83 and an overall score of 5.7, which qualifies it as an average spinner. But that's mostly just because it didn't get long spin times. But I think people who play with these little spinners don't really care too much about the spin time, which is what really hurt the score. So this is a pretty fun spinner. I don't like it quite as much as the Turbulence XL, but it's still a fun spinner, and probably better than most of the little ones. So I would still think this would be a good one to have, and it only costs $45. They're out of stock on them on Dam Designs website right now. If you can pick up one on the secondary market, that would be a cool thing to do. Although they'll probably come around to making some more again sometime. The Turbulence XL, I neglected to say last time, it cost $65, so it was $20 more. But that's the Turbulence XL, a nice little spinner, and that's it.